to be missing an angel. Well, a support worker from Whittam has won the Rotary Young Citizens Award. 24-year-old Bethan Harvey works up to 80 hours a week at care home Mandalay House, supporting young women with learning disabilities. Well, she was born with congenital issues which affect her hearing and underwent her first surgery at 4 months old. Since leaving school, Bethan has done loads to help others. She's raised £25,000 for Great Ormond Street Hospital and volunteers at Families of Deaf Children Essex Youth Club. And I'm delighted she's on the line to me now. Bethan, a warm welcome to BBC Essex.
Oh, thank you.
I think I've got the telly on in my room here where I'm sitting at the moment. I think I just saw you on the television, didn't I?
You possibly did, yes.
It's good to have you along today. First of all, tell us a little bit about your story growing up, Bethan.
Yeah, so I was born with a condition called microtia, meaning I was born without my right ear. And growing up at school, I was bullied really heavily from the day I started junior school to the day I left school. It started off with verbal bullying, so I was told I was ugly, I was a weirdo, I was a freak. And then as I got on to secondary school, it progressed on to being a bit nastier and going on to social media and video calls and cyberbullying, and then on to receiving death threats from school, being told from children in my year group that if I didn't go home and kill myself, then they'd do it for me, and how my life was not worth living.
And how did you move on from that, Bethan? What spurred you on, would you say?
It took a lot, but then when I got to college and I met new people and I was around a different crowd of people that didn't know me, hadn't gone to school with me, and they began asking questions about my hearing and just took a bit more of an interest and were nice about it rather than being nasty with it. I decided to set up a blog, Gosh Girl 95, to just put information out there about my medical conditions and my journey with all the medical conditions, just to try and help someone else, just because I didn't want anyone else to ever have to feel alone.
And what was the reaction like to that blog?
To begin with, it was quite slow and steady, and it's mainly friends and family and people that knew me reading it. But then over time, it's been shared around, and I think last time I checked, there was over 430 people were following it and reading it. And then it sort of spiralled from there. Then the local newspaper then picked up on the story, started running it in the papers, and now somehow I've won a Young Citizen Award.
Well, it's wonderful to find out more details about you as well, because you've been doing some great work. How else are you raising awareness for hearing difficulties?
So, obviously, I volunteer for Families of Deaf Children in Essex, supporting them through youth clubs. Since 2018, I've been learning British Sign Language so that I can communicate with other people, and this is now something I'm campaigning to raise awareness of in schools, just to make schools a bit more deaf aware. I'm also part of a signing choir, so instead of singing, we interpret songs into sign language and we sign them, Hands for Voices, which is also based in Essex, as well as being a part of deaf communities and deaf meet-up groups and trying to support other people online.
And when did you first find out that you actually won this award?
Yeah, I was so shocked. I never in a million years expected to even be nominated, let alone to actually go on and win it. It was a huge shock.
How did you find out? What happened exactly? Was it a phone call or a letter or an email?
Originally it was an email, but because I was out, I didn't receive the email. So Whittam Rotary Club actually phoned me, and from my house to Tesco's, which is about a 5-minute drive, I think I had about 60 missed calls. So I thought, oh, maybe a bit of paperwork's not gone through, something's gone wrong somewhere. So then pull into Tesco's car park to be told that actually not only had they put me forward for it, but I'd gone on to winning it.
And how did you feel when you were given that news?
I was really shocked. I didn't know what to say or how to react to it. It didn't feel real. Like even just being on the news a minute ago and obviously being with yourself now, it hasn't quite sunk in. It just doesn't feel real. That, someone like me can go from the background I had to doing this sort of thing.
And tell me what things are like at work at the moment at Mandalay House.
Things are really good, actually. I mean, obviously, we can't take the people that we support out and about into the community. So instead of taking them out, we're doing a lot more activities at home. We've done Disney Princess Days, we've done pool parties, garden parties, and just laid on loads of different activities that we wouldn't normally do, just to keep them entertained, as well as obviously linking them up on Zoom and FaceTime with their parents and their families so they can still maintain contact with them.
Well, it's great to have you on the show, and I want to say huge congratulations, Bethan, from all of us here at BBC Essex. It's lovely to have you on the show today. That is Bethan Harvey, who is a support worker from Witham, and she's won the Rotary Young Citizens Award. And isn't it terrific to hear news like that? Love those good news stories, and much deserved as well. Amazing work that she's doing there. Very shortly,